Thank you. I'm Mr. Lehner, and welcome back to Mr. Lehner's Math Extravaganza. As today we start Investigation 2 in Data About Us. And in 2.1, we're going to primarily focus on the mean, which is another measure of central tendency, similar to ones that we've already talked to, like median, like mode, the range. Now we're going to take a look at how to find mean. So let's not waste any more time. Let's take a look at an example problem. Okay, we're going to take a look at Hazel Green classes. So we have some teachers listed up here with Mrs. Regan, Mrs. Campice, Mr. Lehner, Mrs. Zarnecki, Ms. Foley, Mr. Strange, and Mrs. Keller. Each one of these teachers has a certain amount of class size in here. So in our table, we said Mrs. Regan has 20 students, Ms. Campice has 22 students, Mr. Lehner has 21 students, Mrs. Zarnecki 24, Ms. Foley 25, Mr. Strange 23, and Mrs. Keller 23. So in looking at our data, we're going to try and take a look and see if we can figure out what is the mean or an average class size for the amount of class sizes that we have or the amount of teachers that we have up on the front board. So there's a couple of different ways that you can do this. I'm going to show you one strategy. You may have a different strategy, and that's okay to use that strategy. So the first thing when finding the mean is you can add up all the values of the classes. So I started with the 20 students in Mrs. Regan's class, added 22, added 21, and so forth and so on. And after I add up all these numbers of students, the total is 158 students. Okay, so does that mean the average class size has 158 students? Doesn't make much sense. Oh, that's right. I forgot one step in there too. The next step after you get your total is to divide it by the number in your data set. Well, you might be saying, well, where did the 7 come from? Well, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We had 7 total class teachers that we used in our data set. So we added up our total, which is 158 students. We're dividing it by the 7 classes or the 7 teachers. And when I divide it out, you might get a very long decimal on the calculator. But you'll get 22.57 and then a whole bunch of other numbers. So we're going to leave it as 22 and 57 hundredths, or basically about 22 and a half students is an average per classroom teacher. Alright, again, the favorite part of this video. This is going to be your turn at home to try this problem. So, we have our teachers that are still up on this front board up here, and we have the class sizes. But the class sizes have now changed, so imagine it's like a new school year. A new class comes in, different class sizes. I'd like you to find the mean or average of the class sizes on the front board. So, I know you got the paper and pencil ready to go. Go ahead and pause the video, and we'll see what you come up with. Okay, in this one we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's still 7 teachers, and we have our class sizes here. So using the strategy we started in the first problem, you may have decided to add the numbers together. And if we add all of our class sizes in here, we end up with 165 students. You then take the 165 students, divided by the 7 teachers or classes that are there, and the mean or the average, again, had a longer decimal. So 23 and 57 hundredths, or basically about 23 and a half students per class. Now, if I were comparing, let's say, one school year to the other, I might say in our first problem, after I pull it back up here, we had a mean average of about 22 and a half students. So let's say this was a 2014-2015 school year. You might say, wow, each class had an average of about 22 and a half students. Once the next year came up, I might notice that, hey, the average student per class actually went up by about 1 student in the next school year. So when we start to look at different data sets, you will also be able to do some comparisons between data sets to see things that you might notice that are similar, things that are different, things that have changed from one year to the next. And this is just one way that we can use the mean to figure out what an average would look like for classroom sizes. Thank you for tuning in to Mr. Lehner's Math Extravaganza. As always, we'll see you next time.